Okay, the Merkaba and the MerkaNA and the Merkara. I'm going to go into this. I'm going to go into some just general information about them, and then I'll talk about each of them. Okay, so the Merkaba is derived from ancient Hebrew and Egyptian words, often interpreted in various spiritual traditions to mean chariot or vehicle, the vehicle of the soul or spirit. So the breakdown of this in these contexts is the mystical Judaism or the Kabbalah teachings. They teach the Merkaba, and it refers to a mystical vision or journey where one ascends to higher spiritual realms. The vision of Ezekiel in the Hebrew Bible, where he describes a chariot of God, is often cited as an example. It symbolizes a meaning of divine transport or a connection between the physical and spiritual worlds. The second one is the New Age and metaphysics. In New Age spirituality, the Merkaba is often visualized as a star tetrahedron, a geometric shape composed of two interlocking tetrahedrons, one pointing up and the other one pointing down. The shape is thought to represent the balance of male and female energies, the physical and spiritual, or heaven and earth. It's believed to be a field of light energy that surrounds the body. And when activated through specific meditation or breathing techniques, it can facilitate healing, spiritual transformation, or ascension. The Merkaba is seen as a tool for spiritual protection and a vehicle for higher consciousness, enabling one to travel to different dimensions or planes of existence. The third one is esoteric and spiritual practices it's used in. Various spiritual practices might involve visualizing the Merkaba to enhance one's spiritual journey, aiming to achieve states of enlightenment, balance, or to connect with higher aspects of oneself or the divine. And the fourth one is the historical and cultural context. In ancient Egyptian texts, similar concepts might be linked to the soul's journey or the protective aspects of certain deities. The term Ba in Egyptian mythology relates to the aspect of the soul that can move freely between the earthly realm and the afterlife, somewhat akin to the Merkaba's role in the spiritual vehicle. The concept of the Merkaba in modern spiritual context often emphasizes its role in personal transformation, spiritual awakening, and the transcendence of physical limitations. Practices might include meditation, visualization, and energy work to activate or engage with one's Merkaba. For these purposes, however, interpretations can vary widely, reflecting the diverse traditions and personal beliefs of practitioners. In the context of my work, One Precious Light, the term MerkaNA is explained as part of a system of spiritual transformation and energy work. Here's how it is described. The MerkaNA is presented as one of the levels within the Merkavic system, which usually includes the Merkava, and MerkaNA. Specifically, MerkaNA is described as a 20-point stellated icosahedron, which indicates a complex sacred geometric form. The function and purpose of the MerkaNA is associated with the expansion into higher dimensional consciousness and the crystalline energy of ascension. It's seen as a vehicle or structure that helps individuals to clear out old trauma, wounds, and density, access higher dimensional consciousness, integrate new waves of consciousness, increase the ability to carry higher frequencies of light, leading to experiences of instant manifestation and purity of being. The activation and use, the MerkaNA is part of a series of energy body activations or installations that work with sacred geometry to enhance one's spiritual journey. It's linked with concepts like quantum reality, where sessions affect individuals differently each time due to the dynamic nature of the energy seeking new alignments. The process of upshifting one's energy field through sacred geometry, which is said to be installed into the energy field to enable these transformations. Connections to other concepts in the OPL framework, MerkaNA is connected to other spiritual practices and teachings, including working with one's sovereign being or divine source, clearing past lives, karmic relationships, and lifetimes of ignorance through practices linked to the Merkava level. suggesting a progression towards MerkaNA. Advanced consciousness is part of the teachings aimed at actualizing and utilizing advanced consciousness, emphasizing the integration of rational thought with intuition for a more profound understanding of bioenergy and consciousness. In summary, within the One Precious Light, or my work and my teachings, MerkaNA is portrayed as an advanced stage of spiritual development, focusing on the integration of light, consciousness, and higher dimensional energy work, aimed at personal transformation and ascension. I will go over the Merkaba as well, but I wanted to go over some basics that were very well organized about the Merkaba and the MerkaNA. The MerkaNA is essentially the fifth dimensional or fifth density light body. And so what happens once you reach a certain frequency, it's at 300 kilohertz, you can activate the MerkaNA. The MerkaNA is linked to the green ray of divine healing, also Archangel Raphael. Once this is activated, you have a stronger connection to nature, to plants, to animals, and to the planet. And once that is established, then the light body actually activates within the Earth Star chakra. That's about 1.5 feet below the feet. The MerkaNA does not anchor you in. It is stabilizing frequencies to allow you to continue to ascend. And then once you're at around 600 kilohertz, then you can anchor into the 5D grid and core, okay? These light bodies continue to progress. So you not only have the 20-point MerkaNA, then once you're at around 2,500 kilohertz, you activate the Merkaba. And this is the 24-point star of ascension, and this will activate the 24-strand DNA. After that is activated at around, I would say, the MerkaNA actually turns into the rainbow Merkaba at around late 7th density, so that's around 30,000 kilohertz, anywhere from 20 to 30,000 kilohertz, that will happen. And then around 40,000 kilohertz, you can activate the white Merkaba. The white Merkaba is the 48-pointed Merkaba, and this activates the 48-strand DNA, okay? So as we're shifting the body, the emotions, the mind, and the spirit, and our DNA is actually shifting with us. So if you do the spiritual work and you don't do the physical work, then the DNA isn't going to shift because your body isn't a conducive environment for it, okay? And that's why the frequencies will stagnate. The physical body has to elevate with the spiritual frequencies, and a lot of people are like, well, I know all this, and I'm really evolved, and they'll actually get mad at me if I don't read their frequency where they think their spiritual frequency is at. But somebody's spiritual frequency could be at 40,000 kilohertz, but the physical body's at 250. They're going to measure in the low 4D because we're looking at average. We're not looking at where you can connect to your consciousness. We're looking at the evolution of the physical body as well, the activation of the DNA, and the holistic approach to ascension, okay? After the 48-strand DNA is activated, then we have the 64-strand DNA, and that is activated with the Merkaba. And the Merkaba activates once the 8D light body has fully activated. This is the rainbow body. You are essentially light consciousness in the physical vessel, and then the Merkaba allows you to shift back into cosmic consciousness. It is the 0-point field from 8D back into cosmic consciousness fully. And so I haven't witnessed this yet. I've played around with activating that on myself. It was not successful. My frequency isn't high enough to do that. And it's good because I would shift out of body if that happened. So that is a kind of extensive rundown there, but you get the idea. There are phases. Ultimately, the Merkabic structures are meant to stabilize your energy field, help with the activation of the DNA. It also helps you to move into and out of densities and dimensions fluently and smoothly and safely. The primary purpose for my work, the OPL Quantum Healing work, is to strengthen and structure the frequencies of the physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual energies. Okay, I hope that was helpful, and we'll see you next time.